Hello student, welcome to online tutorial session. Previously we have learned how to do the simplification part. Now the last topic that is left here, it is the, the standard forms, that is SOP and POS, finding of the max term and mean term, and also the simplification through the Carnot map. Okay, so any logical functions are generally expressed in terms of logical variables. So values taken by the logical functions and the logical variables are in the binary forms. So an arbitrary logical function can be expressed in the following form. One form is actually a sum of product, that is SOP, and another one is the product of sum. So what is product term? A AND function is referred to as product. In Boolean algebra, the word product loses its original meaning but serves to indicate an AND functions over here. Okay, and what is sum? The OR function, that is a plus sign, is generally used to refer as a sum. The logical sum of several variables on which function is depends is considered to be a sum term. Okay, so if I giving you a example quickly that what is sum of product and what is product of sum. So let me first give you the example of SOP. Okay, SOP is equals to sum of product. You remember sum of product. First of all, this one. We are first of all finding out the product of the numbers, okay, and then we are basically doing OR. It means the logical sum of two or more logical product terms. Okay, so that is known as the sum of product expressions. Okay, and what is the product of sum? That is POS. Okay, POS means, so we will consider from this SOP, product of sum. We will consider from this side, product of sum. So first we will find out the individual product of the variable, then we add. And here it is POS, sum of product. It means first we will do the sum, like A plus B into B plus C into C plus A bar. So we will consider from here sum of, so this product of sum. We will first sum, then we will from product. Okay, in this way we have to categorize it, sum of product or product of sum. Sum of product doesn't mean first of all we will sum and then we will find out the product. No, this is a wrong concept. First of all we will find out the product and then we will add it. Or in case of POS, first of all we will find out the sum and then we will find out the product. Okay, so this is the sum of SOP and POS. Now the concept is coming, that is the mean term and the max term. Okay, a product term containing all the k variables of the functions in either in complemented or uncomplemented form is known as the mean term. Okay, I am erasing this part and you are able to see the mean term I have already is done. So let me consider with the three variables mean term. Okay, yeah, it's visible. Okay, it's highly visible. So if you're considering of a three input variables, so A, B, C are there, and I hope you understand that how in the A part 0, 0, 0, 4 zeros and 4 ones are coming. So we have taken this one. So if you consider the mean term of all variables, so 0, 0, 0, the first term, that is will be A value is also 0, B value is also 0, C value is also 0. So M0, that is term, the mean term is represented as M0, M1, M2, M3, M5, M6, M7. Okay, total 8. So the M0 value will be A bar, B bar, C bar, because A value is 0, 0, 0. A, B, C value is 0. Okay, so M1 will be C over here, A value will be A bar, B value will be B bar, and C value will be only C. So it is M1 will be A bar, B bar, C. Now consider M2. In case of M2, A bar, in case of M2, A value is 0, it means A value will be A bar. Then B is 1, only B, and C is 0. That means A bar, B, C. Okay, A bar, B, C. Okay, then is again M3 consider. Okay, in case of M3 means this one. A will be bar and then B is 1, C is 1. So A bar BC. You check M3, A bar BC in this position where this value is there. So in this way, we are preparing the mean term up to M1, M0 to M7. Okay. Now consider the sum of mean term. How to find out the sum of mean term part? Okay. Suppose one expression, sum of mean terms we have to find. Some expression has been given to you, that is A bar B bar C bar, A bar B bar C plus A B bar C bar A B bar C. Okay. So how we can represent from the mean term tabulation sheet? You know what is M0 value. A bar B bar C means M0. So we are writing M0. A bar B bar C bar means M0 and A bar B bar C means M1. Next A B bar C bar, this is M4 and A B bar C, it is M5. So we are adding all those 5, and how to represent, as it is a sum, so this summation symbol is required. Then M is the significance as a mean term. This is a mean term of what? 0, 1, 2, this is a summation of the mean term of 0, 1, 1, 4, 5. It's a summation of 1, 0, 1, 4, 5. So in this way, this expression and can be written as a sum of mean terms. Now coming to the concept of maximum. Just now I have learned the mean term. Now coming to the concept of the max term. In case of max term, if A value is 0, it is considered as positive. It means true, means it's A. And if it is 1, then it is considered as a bar value. So now in the previous first case, A value 0, B value 0, C value 0. So first expression will be A bar, B bar, C bar. Max term is a sum. So A bar plus B, A plus B plus C. Next one 0, 0, 1. It means A plus B plus C bar. Check next one. A plus B plus C bar. Third one A B bar plus C. A B bar plus C. In this way we can move up to M7. Okay, and here the max term is denoted by capital M. Max term is denoted by capital M. Okay, so now we are moving how to represent our product of max term. So one expression has been given to you here, C A plus B plus C bar into A bar plus B plus C into A bar plus B bar plus C bar. This is the term, and now you check with your max term table. This expression is similar to which kind of a max term? So first is similar to M1, second is similar to M4, and last one is similar to M7. So M1 into M2, M4 into M7. So now it is a multiplication, it is not a sum, it is a product. So product we are represented by the pi symbols. Okay, the pi symbols, then is the max term representation, it will the capital M, and then the functions M1, M4 and M7. In this way we have to represent the product of max term formula. Okay. Okay, so now the concept is coming, that is from the table itself, one expression will be given forming a sum of mean term and forming a product of max term. One expression, Boolean expression will be given to you, and from that expression you have to find out the sum of product, that is the mean term finding out. So how to find out this one? So let's see, first take an example. It is expression has been given AB plus B bar, A bar plus C bar is equals to AB plus A bar B bar plus C bar. Okay, let's see what we can do. So first of all, in AB the C term is missing. So that C term is missing, that I am taking as AB into 1 is same. So that 1 I am replacing by C plus C bar. So now it will become ABC and ABC bar. Very good. Now the second term I am considering over here, it is A bar and B bar. So if you multiply AB, B bar into A bar, from the beginning I am explaining, this term is coming from this. A into B plus B bar into A bar plus B bar into C bar. Now in the AB and AB, this equals to AB into 1. Okay, so that's 1 I am replacing with C plus C bar value. Okay, I hope you understand. Now in the second term also, quickly check the second term. In the second term also C is missing. Again, that is I am replacing with C plus C bar. And in the third term A is missing. That is I am replacing with A plus A bar. If you done, then you multiply, then A B C, then A B C bar, then A bar B bar C, then A bar B bar C bar plus A B bar C bar plus A bar B bar C. So in this way we have written the all forms. And now from the mean term truth table you identify A bar B bar C bar means M0 value. So you are writing M0 plus M1 plus M4 plus M6 plus M7. Then instead of M1 plus M0 plus M1 M4, in this way M0 plus what? M1 plus M4 plus M6 plus M7. Instead of writing this, you can directly write down sum of M of 0, 1, 4, 6, 7. Okay, in this way also you can write it down. Now the same thing we will do, expression will be given and you have to find out the terms. Okay, from the second one. Okay, again the same expression is given, that is AB. One expression is given, AB plus B bar into A bar plus C bar. Okay, so you are again multiplying. We have multiplied, and first term, okay, using distributive. Okay, using distributive property over here we can write it down. It is A plus B bar, A plus B bar plus C bar, and it is A bar plus B plus C bar. Okay, we have applied over here the distributive property. Okay, and now after writing this, if we multiply these two terms, we are getting these values. Whenever we are getting these values over here, now we identify the max term values over here. Which is the max term? This is similar to that. It is 2, 3, 5. So capital M1 into capital M2 into M3 into M5 we can write down, and then in the second step we can write down pi of M of 2, 3, 5. In this way also we can find out. Okay, or just the opposite things can be coming as that they have given you this expression, you have to evaluate this expression. Okay, this also may be coming. Okay, from here also suppose this type of expression is given and you have to find out this value. Both the way it can be given in the question papers. Okay, the conversion of mean and max term. If suppose a mean term is given to you, you can convert it into max term. Suppose a max term is given to you, you can convert it into a mean term as well. So suppose a max term is given to you, when the mean term is given to you, M of M0, 1, 4, 6, 7. So you identify which terms are missing in the mean term part. The missing term is 2, 3, 5. So that will be your max term part. Suppose a max term is given like M of 2, 3, 5. You find out which term is missing, 0, 1, 4, 6, 7. So that will be the summation of the 0, 1, 4. In this way we can convert the mean term to max term values. Okay, so in the next session we will learn the simplification through the Carnot map. So I am ending my lecture here today. Thank you, students.